And so we'll walk around the compound. We'll see some tigers and maybe a squeak. Oh goodness me! Look at this majestic winter wonderland. It's so delightful. It's so wonderful and awe-inspiring and beautiful. You guys saw the snow vines. How pretty everything was. It was all powdery and soft and just beautiful. Well, this is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of that. Everything gets all melty and muddy and just gross. But it's good. It's good for saturating the ground. It's good for saturating the ground, which is definitely something that is needed. Hi, bud. Hi, Mr. Flashman. Oh, don't get your feet wet. You got some skedio face. Little Rudolph the Flash-Nosed Reindeer. Oh, yeah. Well, so we got that going on. Yeah, no, it's this time of year is just like this. You'll have snow melt and you have the springtime rains and everything that just kind of cause everything to get all moist and what's not and what have you. And there's a tour over there, so I'm gonna just keep on going this way. I'm just gonna go this way because then that's awkward. Because they might not know who I am. They just think I'm just like a crazy guy that's just walking around with my phone, just talking. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, let's refrain from that. So hi. Elephant in the room. Black jaguar, white tiger. Let's talk about what happened. First off, let's talk about their organization. They are another similar organization down in Mexico, actually, where they have about 20 or so big cats, lions, tigers, and leopards, and do they have jaguar? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not completely familiar with all of their stuff. And they have a very large social media presence, a very large following on Instagram, over 1 million followers, very successful. And some of you may have seen this a few days ago, but for those of you that didn't, there was a thing that sort of happened the other day where they had actually posted, hi, sugar pie. They had actually posted a promotional picture on their Instagram account that basically said, it was a picture of a tiger, and it was like, I was rescued from the circus and now I need a home. Please, go and donate at their website, blackjaguarwhitetiger.com, I think it was. And come to find out, it was actually a picture of Tess. A picture of Tess that was taken from my Instagram account. And it was made, known to me, to my attention, and that, of course, I was like, whoa, what's this all about? That's Tess. Tess never was at the circus. Tess is here. Tess has a very good life. This is a misrepresentation of Tess. This is a misrepresentation of cats that originate at this facility. So I posted a Vine, basically contrasting the two images and saying like, oh, what's going on here, huh? What's this? And of course, the comment section just erupted. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I knew that it was going to basically be like throwing a rock at a hornet's nest, the people, there were lines that were drawn in the sand. You're awesome, Derek. They suck. Oh, they're awesome. You suck. You suck. Oh man, there was one girl. She actually said, like, I hope you lose all of your cats and they rescue all of yours. You're a horrible person. And it's like, oh, jeez. It got pretty crazy. Look at that stretchy kitty. Hi, bud. But, turns out it was a big misunderstanding. That it was either the one of the individuals in their PR marketing portion section, when she was putting that graphic together, she didn't even know. She didn't know like that it was a picture that had generated from my stuff. That may have even been like submitted by a fan of theirs, absolutely. Which is certainly not out of the question, because I get stuff sent to me all the time. People send me links on Twitter, they send me pictures, they send me vines, they send me this. So, I mean, who's to say where a lot of this stuff is generated? Sometimes it's difficult to ascertain who the original content creator for a lot of these things is. And it got crazy, and they actually went onto their Instagram account. Eduardo did, and who's the who founded the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation. He actually went onto Instagram and he made a public apology. He said like, "Oh, look, we didn't intend for this to happen. We're very sorry that it happened. We didn't mean to cause you any offense, Derek." And I thought that was just very professional. I thought that was very big of him to do such a thing, and I absolutely believe that it was a mistake, that it was an honest mistake. I absolutely believe that. Because you don't get to be as big as they do by, you know, knowingly snagging content from a similar content creator. That's just not, like, they're not that dumb. They wouldn't do that. That's like, there's no way that they knowingly, like, they had a meeting and said like, we're gonna take BigCatDerek's images and use it. There's no way. That's like Snidely Whiplash, like curling the mustache, putting, like tying up some girl and putting her on the railroad tracks type stuff. And that's not what they did. It was an honest mistake. But it certainly allows for, you know, dialogue. It's a weird way to, I guess, introduce myself to them, and vice versa. So yeah, that's kind of how the whole thing. That's kind of how the whole thing went down. And yeah, so they're an organization. They're down in Mexico, and it's a crazy thing where there's a lot of people who they want to compare the two entities, the whole BigCatDerek and Care entity, and then the Eduardo and Black Jaguar White Tiger, and they want to compare, they want to contrast. Hold on one second. Look at that awesomeness. Really chewed up that head. Yano. He's like, no, thank you. Does not want to lift up. He was up and walking around earlier, but then he started munching on his head a little bit more. I guess I just sent him down for a second sleepy round. But yeah, there's a lot of people that want to compare the two social media presences. You know, it really is an apples and oranges kind of thing. But it's all fruit, you know. And we really do, both of our organizations have the same ultimate ideological aim, which is to provide a safe haven for the animals that come to our care. And that's what we both try to do, and that's what we both try to accomplish. And sometimes it's really easy to get lost in like the little minute specifics. As far as like the differences are concerned for different types of things like this, it's really easy to, and I'm talking about like all sorts of different organizations, because there's dozens of big cat organizations here in the United States. And it's really easy to just like, you know, pick apart the tiny little elements of each individual one. I don't like this organization because of their economic practices. I don't like this organization because of their contact policies. Well, I don't like this organization because of the way that they market themselves, or I don't like this organization because of the political stances that they take. So it's easy to get yourself caught up in stuff like that, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that mistake. You know, certainly not with other people who are trying to do a good thing. I'm going to stop this and then start it back up. So stopping. And starting. But yeah. Hi, Yano. He is just all food baby bellied out. Fed last night. Oh yeah. But yeah. And we're two, even though we do have the same stand, like we're two very different entities as far as our organizations are concerned, and also as far as like how we post content. You know, the issues that they have to deal with down in Mexico are a lot of the issues that maybe like we here in the United States were dealing with as far as big cats are concerned, like back in the 80s and the 90s, and then the government really started to crack down on a lot of those things. And then you find less of some of those issues, but less of it is actually circus performers, because that's usually where a lot of their cats come from. Circuses, performing animals, stuff like that. Hi, hello. And there's a lot, a big number of improperly trained and unethical circus acts down south of the border. And there's this high number of big cats that come out of that. And that's an issue that Eduardo and the folks down there are trying to fix. They're trying to mop up. They're trying to do the best that they can, because they're surrounded by just a lot of bad stuff and a lot of sadness. The things that we have to deal with more here in the United States is going to be more in the terms of like backyard tigers, more like roadside zoo type stuff, like traveling picture show type things, picture show cats. That's another one. Sass and Press. Hi. So that's kind of what we got going on. Also, like, you know, they do a lot of they'll do a lot of more specific advocacy. They've got a lot of juvenile cats, so you can definitely see him you know, interacting with a lot of those juvenile animals. And I mean, you know what I do, I've got Pete's and Squeaks, and I do quote unquote edutainment type stuff, and it is very personality driven, I guess. Is I try to infuse a lot of my content with buffoonery. Ace is in there. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is hissing. Yeah, he's hissing. He's like, go away. So that's another thing. Also, like, you know, a lot of the content that we have here, like our cats are significantly older than the cats that they have down there. So a lot of the content that I have to project out there is stuff that's dealing with these elements of loss, of death, and yeah, that's kind of a big element of a lot of the stuff that I have to put out. I mean, fast forward 15-20 years, they're gonna have to be doing the same thing too, you know. So fair warning, guys, it's not fun. But yeah, that's another, it's like people, and I think that sometimes people, they kind of want, I don't know if they want like some crazy, you know, like rap battles to go on, but there's no need for that, because you know, they've got their platform, I've got mine, I've got Vine, they've got Instagram, and there's no reason why the two entities can't exist, you know, on the same planet, in the same earth. It's a big world, and there's a lot of animals that do need to get taken care of. And I don't want to, I don't want there to be bad blood, you know. And I guess that this is actually, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because now it's causing both of our organizations, because they talked about me and I'm talking about them, both of our entities and personas are now talking about each other. And I mean, name recognition is just half of the battle, so at the end of the day, helps. You know? I'm glad that the whole thing was able to get, you know, resolved very quickly. and just, you know, and like, I know what it's like to, yeah, to get this massive, like, swell of information getting tossed at you, and it just it's difficult to find the proper, you know, the proper slot for each individual thing. It's not a guarantee. So, oh, look at these two beautiful lions. Look at there, Sam and Lay enjoying their hay. Oh, that rhymed. I am so smart. I am so smart. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, there's different big cat organizations, you know, and they're popping up in like different places all over the world. Like the Mexican and Central American circus problem is causing a need for big cat organizations to pop up now. A lot of wealthy individuals from oil-rich countries over in like Arab and Persian nations, like, they're starting to have a problem with people buying big cats and then not wanting them anymore. So big cat organizations are actually popping up now over there. So yeah, it's like when you increase the numbers and you make like this saturated market of big cats, organizations like ours are going to naturally pop up to try to bring them in, because again, it's just people are people, and this is a natural element. You know, like, folks get in over their head, and then folks who probably have their bearings a little bit better aligned, you know, I mean, that's Heidi has her bearings aligned. That's not me. They're the ones that have to step in to provide legitimate options. You know, just like the folks down south are doing right now. So yeah, that's what happened. And it was interesting. I guess just how the whole thing unfolded. I'm just kind of rambling on. The reason I'm rambling right now is because I'm going through the Rolodex in my brain. Danya, she was over here, and now she went into her house. I don't want to go back around and get my boots wet, which is silly because I'm wearing waterproof boots, and I don't know, and they've been wet all day. I'm rambling because, again, I'm trying to access like thoughts in my head. Like, did I hit that part? Did I hit that thing that I wanted to say? Did I do the thing that I was thinking about before? Like, oh yeah, I was driving in the car and I wanted to make that point. You know, that's sometimes how I prepared a little bit for this one, because I wanted to make sure that I was getting all of the thoughts out that needed to get out. Are you peeing? Kate's peeing. You're a peeing. You're a peeing tiger. Even when she's peeing, she is absolutely beautiful. Oh, she didn't care for that. She's like, privacy, please, privacy. But yeah. Yep. Oh, and it's gonna be back into like the 70s, like in a few days. Texas. Milo. Mew. Milo. What are you doing? Milo. Hey. Hi. What's going on? I'm just gonna stick it on here because you're just hanging out and you're just looking pretty, and why not? I mean, if you're just gonna you know, schmooze it up for the camera, who am I to complain? This is great, good stuff. You're very, very, very handsome boy. Very handsome dude. All right, folks. I'm just meandering at this point. I'm meandering and yammering. I think I hit all the points. Anyway, yeah, it was an interesting occurrence. So, folks down south,